Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking at something totally fascinating, the incredible evolution and legacy of BMW. We're going to uncover exactly how a regional manufacturer navigated a century of wild industrial shifts, economic crises, and massive technological revolutions to build what is, without a doubt, one of the most resilient global luxury empires in modern history. It's quite a ride. To give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about, at its peak, BMW pulled in over $168 billion in a single year. That's billion with a B. That massive number doesn't just mean they moved a lot of metal, it represents an absolute mastery of premium market positioning. So the big question isn't just how they grew, but how on earth did a tiny startup engineer a brand ecosystem capable of sustaining that kind of global economic footprint? Okay, let's dive into this. To really wrap our heads around that scale, we have to rewind all the way back to 1916. You see, this company didn't actually start out building luxury sedans. Nope. They started out building aircraft engines during the First World War. That foundational focus on extreme precision engineering and high-performance mechanics established a corporate DNA that would eventually translate directly into their legendary automotive design. Now, the stewardship of this brand has obviously shifted quite dramatically over the last century. What began with this singular, focused vision of its founder, Karl Rapp, has completely evolved. Today, it's a highly complex, multi-generational enterprise now steered primarily by the Quandt family, specifically Suzanne Clotten and Stefan Quandt, as we look toward 2026. It's a perfect illustration of that massive leap from a founder-led startup to a global corporate governance structure built for longevity. Let's move to the evolution of the machine and see exactly how this builds. Tracking their product pipeline is honestly like watching a masterclass in technological endurance. Back in 1929, the BMW 3/15 was a mechanically simple, super practical vehicle designed purely for basic post-war mobility. Fast forward to 2026, and the BMW iX3 Neue Klasse, well, that represents a fundamentally different paradigm. We're talking about a software-defined, fully electrified architecture. It's not just a fancy design update. It's a literal reinvention of the automobile's core platform to stay completely relevant in a decarbonizing world. Now, what's really interesting here is how the brand identity had to systematically keep pace with that massive engineering shift. Just look at the evolution of the BMW logo. They managed to retain those core Bavarian colors while stripping away all the old complexity for a really clean, modern aesthetic. It's a highly deliberate pivot, visually signaling their transition from a niche German manufacturer into a true global premium powerhouse. They modernized for the digital age while still firmly anchoring to that rich heritage. And that brings us to the financial juggernaut. Let's look at the raw numbers. In its earliest iterations, the financial reality of BMW was pretty humble. Their total revenue sat at less than $1 million. Basically, they were a modest industrial outfit just trying to find some solid footing and economies of scale in what was an incredibly fragmented, volatile European market. Grasping that super challenging baseline is absolutely crucial because it makes their subsequent financial trajectory so much more impressive. Over $168 billion in peak revenue. That leap completely redefines the boundaries of the global automotive industry. I mean, how did they pull that off? It was fueled by an aggressive expansion into emerging global markets, a completely relentless defense of their premium pricing strategy, and a massive widening of their model lineup to capture basically every single segment of luxury demand. They literally built a financial engine that was just as efficient and powerful as the physical ones under the hoods of their cars. And this brilliantly illustrates the monumental revenue leap we're talking about. This century-long financial climb wasn't just some accident of history. To get here, they had to survive devastating global conflicts, navigate literal near bankruptcies in the mid-20th century, and constantly adapt to rapidly shifting consumer paradigms. Turning a modest industrial output into an absolute juggernaut of luxury branding, that is a real testament to calculated risk and a highly resilient corporate strategy. Ultimately, the meticulous engineering of the vehicles we explore today is exactly what enabled the massive financial success that sustains the whole company. The mechanical legacy and the corporate balance sheet, they're deeply interconnected. But looking back at this incredible, century-long catalog of design and innovation, I gotta ask, which BMW is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments which era or specific model of this remarkable history resonates most with you. Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.